before the video starts, comment down below what your favorite reinforcement in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is, and let's hop right into it. Today on the episode of How to Play, we're going to be talking about General Grievous, the Separatist droid army tactician, and honestly this is a very fun unit to play as he works with a lot of different play styles. Hit and run play styles and go full on in play styles work perfectly with the General. And in today's video we're going to talk about his weaknesses and just in general how to survive playing as General Grievous. Now we're going to go over his three main abilities first. You have Claw Rush, which is probably the scariest thing to see from the viewpoint of an infantry trooper, because him crawling up towards you saying, "Are you ready?" is very freaky, but it's a powerful ability, and in most scenarios should be used to escape if you're in a rough spot. If you've taken a lot of damage, use Claw Rush, just quickly escape opponents' views and get to a safe distance so you can recover your health over time before returning to battle. Other than that, Claw Rush is very useful at knocking down hordes of infantry if you're inside of a close quarters environment or if they're just lined up inside of a wide open space. And on top of knocking them down, sometimes Claw Rush is able to actually pull off the kill, and it can be very powerful. Now moving into the General's next ability, we have Unrelenting Advance, and this is a very deadly ability. It does not block damage from your behind, but it increases your damage from the front and sides, and makes you immune to blaster bolts from the front. Now one thing to keep in mind, it does not make you immune to heavy blaster bolts, such as blaster bolts from tanks or other large vehicles, or rockets, so those will still both damage you. So if you think you can stand up against a tank with Unrelenting Advance, think again, and it most of the time will save your life, because I see a lot of players do this as a general, and it's just a very sad thing to watch, because they get mowed down instantly, and that's 4,000 battle points down the drain. But most of the time, Unrelenting Advance is great inside of close quarters scenarios like covering a hallway, as damage just can't be done to you, and you can move all the way down. And if you get inside a large group and activate it, most time, 10 out of 10 times, you're probably going to get all of them killed within about 3 seconds, because the damage output is almost like splash damage. I know it isn't, you have to be close to him, but it acts in a way to where if you're just around him, you take damage, and it is very powerful. Next ability we have from the General, and his final ability, is Saber Thrust, and this launches the General forward as he strikes down an opponent, and most time it is an instant kill. So if someone's attacking you from a range and you don't want to take damage while you're covering that distance, just use Surge Thrust and you'll instantly take them down. It's useful because most of the time it one-shots people, and when it comes to hero fights, it ignores their block, so that's very powerful to get them out of their blocking state so you can proceed to attack. Now when it comes to the weaknesses, we've already talked about rockets and explosives, but the General does not do very well against massive amounts of blaster fire. He is very bad at blocking, and his blocking stamina is probably one of the lowest out of the heroes. So he won't be able to block for long against blasters, and most of the time it's going to result in his death. So just to be careful when you're blocking against multiple people at once. I'd say the max you can handle is 5 before you're almost guaranteed to start taking massive health damage. And with that, when it comes to star cards, the only thing I can recommend is do not use Sith Trained, as it lowers his stamina even further than it already is. Most of the time, I would use his ability that increases Unrelenting Advance's damage, the one that increases Surge Thrust's distance, and the one that increases the General's health regeneration. Those are all three excellent star cards, and they will improve your gameplay as General Grievous. With that, that is our quick how-to play guide for the General, and with that, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and tell me down below, did this guide help you, and did it teach you anything new about General Grievous? With that, this is Jamin the Joker signing off. Have an awesome rest of your day.